Shalom. Giving our praise to Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Bakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. It's the book of Matthew, 24th chapter, 3rd verse. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? Okay, this is Yahweh Shah sitting on the Mount of Olives. And the disciples came up to him, asking about the signs and end of the world. Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahweh Shah answered them. And Yahweh Shah answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. This Yahweh Shah speaking. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. As you can see, that's going on today. You got a lot of Israelites that got leaders of that Israelite camp, bearing false witness and telling lies to their congregation, saying that they the high priest of this and high priest of that. But the only true high priest is Yahweh Shah, the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. Yahweh Shah is the only high priest. Okay, go in verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See, these wars and rumors of wars are one of the signs of the end of this world, this wicked kingdom, Babylon the Great. The end of the world, because Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. We at the end of the last wicked heathen nation. Esau, Edom, Babylon the Great, America. And it's one of the major signs that the Lord is about to come back is wars and rumors of wars. See that ye not be troubled. And so we are not supposed to be troubled by these signs, because wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Let's get that. Isaiah 33:6. See, the Lord said, be not troubled about the signs that you see that's going on in the world. And one of the things that we should not be troubled is Isaiah 33rd chapter 6 verse. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. These times that you see the signs at the end of the world. Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. If you stay strong in the faith, it'll lead to your salvation. Is that something? The fear of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, is his treasure. If you fear the Lord and stay on the course and endure to the end, you will receive your treasure. Putting up these lessons and preaching the word, you're storing up your treasures in heaven. Is that something? You do this work to receive a crown and reward from the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shah. Is that something? When he returns, he's going to crown his elect that he chose since the foundation of the planet Earth. And that's what we're fighting for. The men of the Lord, the hopeful elect, is fighting to receive the reward that Yahweh Shah is going to give when he returns. It's that simple. And you're supposed to endure to the end. Those that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. It's that simple. But if you be saved, you're going to be scarcely saved. Let's get that. I think it's 1 Peter 4:17. The righteous shall scarcely be saved. And it goes right into 1 Peter. Let's go to 1 Peter 4 17 and 18 verse. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh. The judgment is going to first begin with those Israelites that know that they're Israelites. And if it first begin at us, the Israelites, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh? Talking to those Israelites that know that they're Israelites but not obeying the truth. But it goes on the 18th verse and breaks it down. And if the righteous scarcely be saved. So that ties into the 1/3, the 144,000, the remnant of Israel. Where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? So the moral of this lesson is let no man deceive you. You got a lot of false prophets out here that's deceiving the flock, their flock. The flock is the flock of the great millstone camp is what I believe. That's the flock that follow the 100% truth that taught by the elder apostles of great millstone. You got a flock and you got the flock. The is the definite article, meaning that it's the most important thing. The flock of the truth, the election of grace. And the elect is on the highways, hedges, street corners, and on the internet preaching 100% truth daily, week in and week out. Let's get some more. 1 Peter 4, 4th chapter and 7th verse. But the end of all things is at hand. You see the end of all things at hand today when you watch the news and you filter the news through the scriptures. And it goes on to say, be ye therefore sober and watch and pray. The watchmen are watching and praying daily. So 1 Peter 4th chapter 7 verse says, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober, meaning focusing on one doctrine. Don't be mixing all the other doctrines that's out there. Listening to all the other Israelite groups. Only listen to Great Millstone, the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and the Akim. Only listen to those. Keep a sober mind. And don't get drunk from the other deceptive wine of doctrine of the other camps. Watch and pray. Watch unto prayer. Verse 8. And above all things have fervent charity. Salaki for that. 1 Peter 4th chapter 7th verse. But the end of all things is at hand. Talking about we're at the end of this wicked kingdom, Babylon the Great, America. The wicked heathen nation of Esau, Edom. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Let's get into that watch. That's Ezekiel 3rd chapter 17 verse. You gotta watch. Be a good watchman. And the saints, the servants, the prophets, we're watching daily, Lord willing, by faith through the Spirit. Ezekiel 3rd chapter 17 verse. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel, the Israelites. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. It's that simple. We're supposed to give warning to the house of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native American Indians, the Israelites, here in Babylon the Great and scattered throughout the four corners of the planet Earth. Give them warning from me. Also warn the heathen nations. Let them know that the Lord is coming back to destroy their wicked kingdom and put them into captivity, because every one of them shall go into captivity. Let's go to Isaiah 30th and 16. Let's prove that. All of them shall go into captivity. That's something. I think it's Isaiah 34, 16. No, Isaiah 34, 30 and 10. Well, I can't find it, so I'm going to shut it down right there. Giving all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. This has been the live street ministry, January 31st, 2022, the year of turn up. I pray that let's be edifying to the hopeful elect and those seeking the truth. Shalom.